Hi, my name is Leigh-Anna Nielsen and I am 20 years old and I'm a student here at the New School, and I aged out of foster care in Alameda County in the Bay Area in California. I'm the adult child of two alcoholics. My mother and I were homeless and she was unable to care for me, and my father and I knew she was in a very bad situation as an addict. So he made an anonymous call to CPS and I was removed from my mother's care due to her mental instability. I was placed in a foster home and I was fortunate enough to have people who I knew who were willing to take me in, some family friends of mine, so I am very grateful that I wasn't placed with strangers. Home is a very difficult concept for me. Home to me is church camp. I grew up going to a summer church camp ever since I was 7 years old, and even though my mom was struggling with addiction and alcoholism, I would always go to camp every summer and get to see my friends. So that's where I consider my home to be, and I'm just so grateful to have met the people that I've met there, and I actually met my current foster sister at summer camp, so that's where I consider home. The major difficulty for me was that I was living in traditional family setting with two parents, a two-parent home, so a mother and a father, and siblings. Since my only biological sibling is much older than me, I kind of grew up as an only child, with my mom being a single mom. So being in a traditional family setting was very strange for me. They wanted to do things with me as a family unit, and I myself am very introverted outside of being in foster care, so I just felt really isolated in the traditional family setting, even though I'm supposed to feel included. And another difficulty was just kind of telling people in high school and fearing judgment once I got into foster care, and I also kind of lived far away from school in my first foster home. So commuting and just the struggle with communication with the courts and shifting through so many different social workers was just such a challenge for me, and I believe that the system really needs to be repaired in that way. Easier access to education and resources, whatever that may be looking like. So California thankfully just made all public universities free for former foster youth. So I would like to see that here in New York, and really see some advocacy from groups like H.A.W.T to really push for that type of legislation. And second, I think there's a big race issue in the foster care system, and you know, I have seen myself receive more resources than maybe children of color, foster youth of color, and I really think that there needs to be higher empathy training and better staffing as far as the structure of social work and the foster care system goes. The goals of Muse in uplifting young women is extremely, extremely important. Work that we do, it really, I think, there's advocacy, and I think that we are getting the word out about the realities of the foster care system while also providing inspiration and support for those women who are aging out, because it is difficult being a young woman trying to access resources, being released into the real world after you've been through so much, whatever that may look like. So advocacy and really giving girls the tools to survive, while also helping them access those tools alongside social workers, whatever that may look like. And second, I really think awareness and education, so providing education, and it goes hand in hand with advocacy, giving tools, and I really hope that we will be able to infiltrate not only with other nonprofit organizations that do similar work as us, but also just really get in the courtroom, really get in with Congress, really get in and give a voice to those issues. So I really think H.A.W.T gives a voice as well to the realities of the foster care system. Wow, what I wish I knew going into foster care was that my experience and what has happened to me throughout my childhood does not define me. I am who I am outside of my experiences. I love to dance, I love to be with my friends, I love to read, I love school, so I love the things that I love because of who I am and not because I've had these experiences define me and tell me I like those things or tell me that I should be ashamed of my background. So I really think that you should lead your life outside of your experiences while being aware of them. Just know that whatever you're going through in any moment, it doesn't define you, and you can grow outside of it and you will flourish.